It is Friday, the 10th of January 2025, and the EU market has just opened. I have a few planned entries as per usual, and I will be placing them today live for everyone to see. I still have an order here in gold for a short position that hasn't been triggered yet. It's very close at this point, but we'll see if we get it. Obviously, I am aware that gold has been looking quite strong and it's been going up on this leg for quite a few days, but we are reaching levels of what I believe should be resistance. So looking towards that, if we get triggered, this is going to be a swing trade, so this is a trade that I can leave overnight as well because it's very low volume. I will be looking at the UK 100 this morning and the DAX, of course. So pretty much the same entries that I looked for yesterday. I'm gonna buy below the first 5-minute bar if it's a negative bar, and I am going to also follow the breakout or breakdown of the second 5-minute candle in the DAX. I'll pause you for now and bring you back when we're closer to an entry. The first 5-minute bar is almost completed in the UK 100. It's going to be marginal, but it does look like it's going to be a negative bar. Or not. So it actually isn't a full-on negative bar. But like I said, it's marginal, so if it goes below this, I am going to buy. I don't think this is really a positive bar. Just going to place an order. But we have fast reaction here. I was almost going to press the button, but I just wanted it to visually go below it. I mean, if we miss an entry because of this, so be it. It happens. I think we'll get a chance here. It's going to be my usual 18-point stop loss for this particular entry if we do get a fill. And then I'm waiting for the second 5-minute bar and the DAX to complete, and I will place orders above and below it. So I'm pausing you for now and bringing you back when we're closer to that happening. So the second 5-minute bar has completed here. It's just an 18-point bar, which means we can go a bit higher on the sizing, but I need to be fast here. Point cushion is my usual here. I think that's fine. Sadly, we missed this entry, and as you can see, it's already going away. So it probably would have been good. Sad to see, but there you go. I am also looking at the first 15-minute bar in gold today. So the break of this will mean we follow price action. I will still leave this here regardless. So this is a swing, or meant as a swing. Yeah, a bit annoying that we missed out on this. I was close to just entering manually, but I just basically wanted an extra tick, which is kind of silly, of course, but at the same time, you don't really want to just rush into an entry, or, you know, teach yourself to rush into entries. So, you know, it's part of the game. I'm questioning if I should leave this order open, like if this fully returns now, do I still want to be a buyer below these wicks? It's questionable, considering we've recovered fully here and we're back right where the sell started. Like I said yesterday, I do think that we are going to revisit the high of this range. So with that in mind, the answer would be probably yes, but I don't think we'll get here before we get here now, with how this looks. Of course, I can be wrong, and I will be wrong a lot of the times. Oh, we did get a fill here. It is a classic spread fill, which isn't really my favorite, but there you go. I could have gone higher on the sizing. The price was quite close to my point of entry, so I wanted to place the orders down. This is fine, a fine size. But I will be targeting previous day high with it. Yeah. That's fine. And we let it play out. Let's hope buyers remain in control here. We do have some supply to the left, but there's nothing we can't cut through here. Okay, and the first 15-minute bar has completed now. So 78, 75, it's a 3-point bar. So we can go higher in sizing here as well. I'm gonna go like half a point cushion here. Maybe just a tad more to be on the safe side. And I am actually going long here if I get triggered, even if I have this swing sell here. That's fine. UK 100 is going strong. It's more strong than the DAX currently, which, yeah, a bit annoying, but there you go. I'll pause you for now and we see what happens. Bring you back. Realized I forgot to show you the open P&L and open orders. They're the same orders I've had, swing orders, for the past few days. I looked over them and I'm comfortable with leaving them open. Of course, we're far off from this entry, so if we don't fill it today, and I don't think we will, because it's a Friday, I will probably delete this and start fresh next week with fresh analysis of all the markets, all the indices I'm trading. We might get Might get there in the Dow today, who knows. Definitely within reach, I would say. But yeah, so the DAX is going in our favor right now. The UK 100 would have probably hit TP for us here, because this is what I was going to target around here. I generally don't go at the absolute top, so it would have been close again. And I'm going to delete this buy order here, because now if we reject Asia session high and we get back here, there's a good chance we revisit the low. And yeah, I missed this entry, which is fine. But the good news is that the strategy worked. So once again, just buying below the opening 5-minute candle worked, and it's been working well lately. So I'm going to continue taking that until it just stops working, and then I will reassess and wait for it to work for a few days in a row again before I take it, or I just ignore it going forward until I see it working again. And that is how I treat all of these entries and all of these strategies. I basically monitor several entries, or quite a lot of entries, and when I see one of them streaking or having a very good period where over the past few weeks you would have had a nice profit had you taken every single mechanical entry of that particular bar or strategy, then I'm just gonna continue taking it until it doesn't work. So yeah, this was yesterday. No more trades. I missed this entry yesterday. I had it marked down, and I even talked about it in my EU session video, that I had an entry for the breakout or a breakdown of this particular bar at 15:45 p.m. GMT +2, which is my time. So I should have been short. Should have been short here with a stop here, and it would have worked, as you can see. But I missed that. I was just distracted, and when I realized that the entry had gone away from me. So we did get triggered here again. It's a bit of an unfortunate spread entry, but I'm just risking 0.3% here, so that's perfectly fine. And now I do want to decide where I want to exit this trade. I don't think we're really getting to the top of this bar, so I'm just going to target 1.5 R&R. I think that should be fine. If this trade is to work, I deleted the short order and placed the stop in its place. DAX is going well for now. When the second 15-minute bar completes, this would also be an entry for me if it breaks to the upside, so it would be an add-on. But I'll decide then if I want to add to the position or not. I added to the position yesterday and it didn't really work out, but I did close it at pretty much break even, so I didn't lose anything on it. But just the move lost steam about that time, so I'm interested to see if this happens again today. It would also be nice to see this fair value gap invalidated here for the bullish case. Okay, so a bit of an awkward situation here where I do want price to break through this. So actually, let me just delete the swing order, because I think it's a bit silly to leave it there. If I think there's a good chance price gets to here, so we'll do it like this. I'll place the order with a take profit and say I'm wrong and this is now manipulation. So we have a breakout and then we return strongly into the range and I get stopped out. I might just enter then. But for now, I'll be optimistic that this breakout trade will work out. So I'm just not gonna get triggered here short, even if it's for a swing. Even if it could act as a hedge, I think this is better. First point of interest for the DAX would be the top of Asia session, of course. You always see a bit of sellers come in here. Might just be scalping, but you will see them selling here. And it's then decision time to see if buyers are really serious about pushing price all the way up here. I think this is too low of a target. For me, especially with the stop loss being here, I'm not gonna target a 1-to-1. It would actually be even lower than 1-to-1, so we're what, 14 points in profit? That's not really that much. DAX looks good so far. Some selling pressure in gold here. Or I mean, not necessarily pressure, but some people selling above yesterday's high for obvious reasons. And we'll see if this breakout has legs now. This is once again based on an entry that I've researched a lot, and the first 15-minute bar in the EU session for gold is returning a profit from my research right now. But obviously, if I look at my research as I talk to you now, in the past 14 days, it has posted a profit on 9 of those days and a loss on 5 of those days. So obviously we could still lose here. And generally when it's worked, it's returned around 10 points. One time it returned 16 points, a few times it returned 6 points, 7 points. So that's another thing to consider here. My entry is at 679 and my target is at 686. So we're talking about a 7-point target, which is well within what this strategy has returned recently. So this is why this is an okay target. Bit of a selling pressure in the DAX now, close to Asia high. Again, quite normal. But we just need to be patient. Yeah, actually I'm risking 0.3% on both. It should be closer to 0.5%. So I should have probably been a bit more aware of the sizing and increased it more in both cases, but that's fine. And yeah, I'll pause you here and we'll see what happens. Little update, we are marching forward in the DAX, slowly but surely. I decided not to add this time around because we're just very close to previous day high, and I do think that we're probably gonna get some type of reversal attempt. Maybe it won't have legs, but I think just the original entry should do for now. Not gonna move the stop loss, not gonna move the take profit. Hopefully it hits. Gold is a bit undecisive now, but the good news is we are staying above previous day high, which so far is acting as support. So that is what we want to see. On the 5-minute time frame, we can observe a little trend line forming here. You can see it even better on a smaller time frame, but obviously you can also look at this as a double top formation, but we'll see. I would have preferred a bit of a stronger reaction, but at the same time, this is so far looking fine. So no reason to be too stressed out about it. I am a bit disappointed with missing this trade. It would have definitely hit TP. I don't think I would have put TP close to previous day high as I did with the DAX trade, but it would probably be around here. 8315. So it would have been like 14 points in the UK 100. But that's okay, we will miss entries sometimes. It's much more important that the strategy works and that we follow the rules. Okay, so we went above Asia session high and we do have a small attempt at going back into the range. Hopefully it's not going to be strong enough. I do question if I should, in this instance, bring the stop loss up. I think the answer is yes. I think if we get this far down, then we're in trouble anyway. So just moved it a little bit, not quite the break even yet. This small trend line is holding for now. Obviously a 5-minute trend line is not really that reliable. UK 100 reversing at the previous day high. Or well, maybe not reversing, but some sellers stepping in, as is to be expected. These are usually great places to scalp if you're into that. I'm not, so I don't scalp. Or well, I don't scalp on like the 1 minute, you know, like a few seconds trade. I don't do that. But yeah, obviously some do, and it can be very profitable if that's your thing. So we are seeing some selling pressure here, but hopefully this area now acts as support. So I wouldn't want to see price go back to our entry point here. That would be quite weak. But let's see. I'm gonna pause you again. Looking a bit shaky. Gold has gone below previous day high. It's trying to recover. We'll see. And DAX is also a bit weak now, but this area does look to have acted as support. I was actually wondering if I should add here with a very tight stop loss, because if this holds, and considering I'm risking so little now, so I could add here. Let's do it. And the second I did, yeah, that can happen, of course. So I'm gonna move it at the same place essentially, and together they're basically 0.5% risk total. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I do think there is a chance we bounce back up here. When you decide to be aggressive, you have to be aware that, of course, this can mean a bigger loss as well. But I don't see why we shouldn't be optimistic generally and add when we think price is going to go one specific direction. At most here we had 30 points. That is lower than what this strategy returns on average. So I do believe there's still a chance we go back up here. If not, then I'm losing 0.5%. Sadly, gold is weak now. So not looking particularly good, but that can happen. I'll keep observing these positions and bring you back if we get stopped out or price reverses. Looking a bit better now, especially in gold with this reaction. It kind of faked a fake breakout. So if we can hold this now and not reject this level again, then I'm very optimistic for the gold trade. DAX has attempted to recover here, and I'm just thinking this also can look strong, but I need to see follow through now. And I am bringing the stop loss up on both here. I'm going to be a bit more aggressive with the stop loss because I do think that if we go below this now, it's just not happening. So, minimizing loss. Live P&L. It's a very nice close. It's a very nice candle, but we need follow through. Same here. Let's see. I'm very happy with how I executed this, and even the stop loss movement here. I think this is sound risk management. And here, as you can see, this is why a 5-minute trend line isn't really that relevant. but I still like to place them. They do work sometimes, and at least it acts like a bit of a guideline. I mean, we've tried to break out here once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times. This is some sound resistance so far. But I think we kind of want to break through this. So this is the time to do it. And it's decision time for the DAX as well. And we're going a bit below again. But we'll see. I'll pause you and bring you back. The thing is, we're starting to sell in all major indices here. And I'm not sure if the DAX can survive this. So I'm actually going to remove the add-on again, just like I did yesterday. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. I think, again, I gave it a chance, and had it gone directly, had it shown enough strength, it would have been fine. And I also think it's fine to be a bit more active with the add-on, so if you don't see it working out immediately, I'm okay with closing it and taking risk off. So now we're just risking 0.1%. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. We move on. This is quite a tempting reversal pattern in the UK 100 here. It's double topped. Considering we recovered all of this and we're close to the top of the range, I still think that this is quite trappy here. Kind of enticing you to go short. And yeah, I don't have another setup for the UK 100 for today, so, and I don't see a swing either that I have enough confidence in here. Especially if we look at how we closed yesterday. I mean, this is a super bullish candle. While the retrace is possible, I do believe that my bias here is bullish. In gold reversing again, Jesus, this supply is strong here. And this resistance is strong here. Bit of an unexpected and difficult to read price action this morning. And you rarely see 6 attempts to break through a resistance, and we still don't manage it in gold. But we're still in the trade, and I'm gonna let it play out as usual. We do have non-farm payrolls today coming out, so that's quite relevant, and unemployment rate 1 hour before the US session. So there might be a case where the market isn't really ready to be more directional than this. Yeah, and I'm happy with removing the add-on, as you can see. If we get stopped out here, even if then price reverses and continues, I'm fine with it. I think there's a good chance we just range now until NFP, or we don't really do a strong move either way. Obviously, traders are worried about changes to the Fed's cutting policy. Okay, I'll pause you and bring you back. I think we're going to get closed here. We're going to get stopped out here, which is fine. And this isn't looking that great right now either, but I'll leave the stop in place and maybe we get lucky. We'll see. And we did get stopped out in the DAX here. Unfortunate, like I said, I'm not going to take 30 points here. It's a bit too low. Maybe if I had used bigger sizing as I should have, maybe I would have been more tempted to put a stop loss that matched the swing high or the top of Asia session, but again, this was fine execution and it just didn't work out today. We missed our target by like 10 points. So this evens out with previous days where I was a bit lucky and hit TP right before price reversed. Sometimes it's small margins that make a difference. And today it was not in our favor, but as you can see, we've really lost the minimum here. I mean, not even 0.1% on the account. And we're still in this trade, which I still think it is like 50-50 right now. So let's see. I'll let this run and pause you, bring you back when we're either stopped out or clearly in profit. It's probably going to make another attempt to break out here. It's going to be the 7th attempt, and I'm like, if this doesn't happen now, then I'm probably going to close the trade, because if we go below this again, I don't think it's happening. And I'm not really going to enter short either, because NFP is coming. So there is a possibility we just range until then. But we'll see. I'll pause you and bring you back. So a little update here. We went all the way below the second 5-minute bar in the DAX. So I would have gotten stopped out of my original trade had I not moved the stop loss. And I would have gotten stopped out of both trades had I left the add-on open. And I would have lost around 0.5% on the account. So this way I actually minimized loss. So I'm very happy with my management here. I think this was very sound. So just unfortunate that it didn't go as high as we would have hoped. But overall good management prevented a bigger loss. So that's great. Gold is finally attempting a breakout here. It went to 82, now retracing a bit. That is the first time we've carved through this resistance. I'm going to delete this trend line that never was here. I want to continue looking for trend lines. I think this would be the relevant one right now. So still well above our stop loss, if it holds. I'm gonna be patient here, even though I do think that with NFP coming later, this might not have legs. Definitely some sellers here that are stepping in every time. But let's see. I'll pause you again and bring you back. Still, it's a good sign that we at least went above here, but need to see some follow through now. Another update after like an hour. So the DAX has gone below the opening bar of the EU session and then just started rallying hard. Nothing we could do about this. We completely stood by our rules. The stops were placed where they should have been placed. Had I not moved the stops, I would have lost more. There was nothing indicating to me that I should go with my stop below this bar. Because my strategies require a very specific stop. And yeah, this was very well managed, so what happened afterwards doesn't really matter. It's just interesting to see and observe. So I would say we got a bit unlucky here, perhaps. But that's fine. Indices are looking a bit stronger now, except for the UK 100, which is back in the middle of Asia range. And gold is like slowly grinding upwards, but it just feels like it's not yet ready to really push for that big move before NFP, although I have seen such moves happen before NFP in anticipation or what, even as manipulation before an important news dump. So I'm still going to keep this trade in place. I'm not going to close it at break even here, even if this 5-minute trend line breaks. As we've seen, they're not that reliable. But I do think we touched this level today, although it might only happen with NFP. I don't know. I'll keep the swing in place as well. This is what the 15-minute time frame looks like. And yeah, a final pause for me, and if nothing happens, I'll just close this video and show you what happened with this trade in the US session. So actually, I just think I'm going to do that now, because this might just take a while and keep ranging for a few more hours, so there's no point in pausing the video. I will post this video now, and thank you for watching this morning. Maybe not the most exciting session. We're down only like less than 0.1% on the account, so good management to not lose more. And I will see you for the US session. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. And as always, remember that this isn't investment advice. It's just me journaling my trades and sharing my ideas and thoughts. So thank you, and see you for the US session.